Bosh, right guys, up the tube, we are back out. We are back out on the mighty Chesil Beach, the beach of broken dreams. I have brought Steve with me today, crazy Steve. Hey up, Stevie. He's over there just getting his rod set up. Obviously he's bought his own rigs, like he was shown to make on his last channel. So he's excited to put his own rigs on and hopefully get a fish out today. Main objective today is to get Steve on some fish. I'm after a ray. There have been a few reports of them coming out on Chesil. Sort of a last minute decision. Fish on Fridays and we ain't at work. So, you know, we're out here basically getting paid to do fishing. So it should be a good one. Right, rigs is the same, the pulley panels today. One change, obviously if you've been watching on Andy's channel, we have been going through rigs and stuff. I've gone for the Gemini solo splashdown clip. Obviously we're fishing on the beach today, so I'm going to try and do some off the ground casting, and this allows the bait not to come off the hook while it's laid on the floor, whereas the imp, it comes off a lot easier. And I can use it on the rocks as well, so I'm going to use that as well. Right, so I'm getting a bit of a faff, guys, I'm excited. I haven't been up the beach in a while, but like I said, it's the beach of broken dreams. So the best way, I've already told Steve, the best way to fish this beach is just to turn up and enjoy it as a day out, really. A fish is a bonus. I mean, you go on all the forums and that, and you see all these posts of nice fish, big fish. I mean, if you see how many anglers actually fish this beach and how many reports there are, you know, them fish, there's not as many big fish as people think. But it does pull out some monsters every now and again, and it throws up a few surprises as well. Obviously it's really sunny today, flat calm, you know what I mean? So I might put a Turk flapper out with some squid strips, see if we can't get us a few smaller species. But main objective today is a ray. I've seen a few undies coming out as well. I've been speaking to a couple of other YouTubers. There's one in particular, Hit and Run Fishing. He seems to do really well on the rays up here. This is a last minute decision, but in the next few weeks I'm going to come and do a few days, and hopefully he'll join me for a bit, sort of give me some guidance, really, get me on the fish, which would be ideal. Oh, the old knees are croaking it on these stones. Right then, today, obviously, unfortunately, well, we've got regular sand eels, but tried to rig them the other day, but obviously they've been really busy out on the boat and stuff like that, so it was a last minute decision. Couldn't get any squid from them, so managed to quickly get to Morrison's. Got some prawns, got some razor clams, razors, also got some squid mantles as well. Do you know what I mean? 3 for a tenner, so you know that's plenty of fish baits today. Obviously I've got the Wriggler's Finest launch today as well, so I'm gonna do launch and sand eel wraps. No, launch and sand eel launch and squid wraps. So we're going to bang them out now. Yeah, so I'm going to get these baited up, send a few baits out, and hopefully we'll bring you back with some fish, guys. Fish on Fridays. Let's get it. Oi, oi! In a bit. There you go, guys. That's what it looks like on the splashdown clip. Obviously that there can't come off until it hits the water, and then this bit here pushes up, which releases the hook. So you never know. Might get us a nice hound. Let's put one out there. I mean, it is high water. We are fishing high to low and then low all the way back to the top again. So I'm going to save most of the sand eel baits for low to high, because we're fishing just after high as well. And I've been told that that's sort of the best time round here to get a ray. So let's see if we can't get a few fish today. Steve's nearly ready as well, so I'm going to send this one out and then we'll wrap a bait up and hopefully get you some fish on camera. Right. There she blows. Right then. Fish on, baby. Oh, there you go. Look, there's Steve in the background. He's nearly set up, ready to go. As you just said, just hit out a prawn. So hopefully the ratchet screams off straight away while we're doing a little quick bait up. Right, obviously sand eels. So I'm just going to do a single sand eel. Or do I do a double? Now we'll start off with singles. We'll do a single sand eel and a strip of squid. Obviously these are the squid mantles. I know they're washed, but they still smell nice. I mean, we could probably just put these on the barbecue. Actually, saying that, we bought a barbecue today. We have, oh, go on boy, straight down the middle. And also we have bought some lures and the feathers. So hopefully we're going to catch some mackerel or some smaller species. And we'll be having a fish dinner. Fish dinner, baby. With Mr. Steve on the beach. As we are here a long time, we thought, why not? We'll give it a go. Obviously, head off, tail off. It's just, I don't know why, it just makes it look prettier. And then there you go, bit of squid, sand eel, in the old Jimmy Crockett, bait elastic. I've always keep it in my pocket now, just because I'm always putting it down and I always end up losing it. So, right, just give that a quick whip. Obviously it's still really frozen, so it goes on easier. As it starts to thaw out later in the day, I will probably get the old Nanny's knitting needle out and whip some baits. Right, so there we go. I'm going to go into the squid because obviously squid's a bit tougher. So probably putting in some right faces now, concentrated and all that. Bosh. Right, there you go. Whip, whip, whip. Nay, 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 nay. It's a bit of a process, but if you get it right, you've got more chance of getting that fish. There's no point rushing and then your hook point not being proud, you know, or your bait not being presented properly and missing a bite. I mean, it happens, but can't catch them all. Put that back in my pocket in a minute. There you go. Panel hook. Down she goes. Round once. Round twice. Back. Oh. They put it round the wrong way then. Back through the bait. Like so. There you have it. Lovely bit of hook point there. Lovely hook point there. So I'm going to clip this one down now. Send it out like I did the other one. And fingers crossed we'll bring you back with a fish. By the way, when I say crazy Steve, he ain't actually crazy, right? All it is after a few tinnies, he starts to bark at people. Do you know what I mean? That's where he got his name from. So, you know, anyway, just thought I'd establish that because a few people mentioned it, saying he ain't crazy, why'd you call him crazy? Just because after a few beers, he started barking at everyone, you know what I mean? Right, well, me and Steve are going to get the rods out now. What bait do you want, Steve? What do you want on first?
Is it sand, is it?
Yeah, well, prawn, do you want prawn?
Yeah, get on it.
Try and get a hound?
Yeah.
Try prawn first, yeah?
Cool.
Oh, right, just sit down a minute. I'll just go through. Obviously, Steve's never used prawns before. Get yourself in the shop, boy. Do you know what I mean? Don't be shy. Right, here we go. It's barking away. He'll be doing that all day now. Right, so basically, they're still a bit frozen. Quick little hold in your hand. Get the defrost off. Right, so I like to leave the head on now. After lots of practice. Right. And then just shave the shell off with your thumb. Yeah, thumbnail. I was going to say fingernail there. With your thumbnail. It is easier if you just quickly trim off the feet. Trim off the tail to about there. You want it about thumb size, right? So then, there you go, guys. Thumb size. Trim the tail off. Keep the tails.
I'll just say mine will be that big because I've got small thumbs.
Got Gert Tiddlers. Right, yeah, and then literally just peel that bit of shell off the body. Just like that. Right, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put your bottom hook in and outside of that bit of shell to give it something good to hold on to.
Yeah.
And then you're going to bind on and then panel hook down like I showed you before,
yeah.
round twice through the bait.
Yeah.
Get it clipped down, right, and sent out.
Ideal.
And there you go, boss.
Beautiful.
Right, he's going to get that one and sent out. Hopefully we'll bring you back with a fish in a bit. Right then, people of the tube, we are back. So I've just knocked up a quick 2-hook flapper. All it consists of is, I'm using a 5-ounce rolling lead. Well, it's just not a gripper. So this one here will allow it to roll in the tide to hopefully find a fish. Little scratching rig, really. I am using orange line. I know some people don't like it, but it is what it is. I'll use what I got. Right, and then that goes up to a 3-way swivel. This is just a simple way of doing it. Some people use crimps or tie certain knots, but that's just how I do it. Bit of hook length with a size 2 or 1. I'm pretty sure it's a 2, but plenty small enough to pick anything up that's grubbing along the floor. And another little bit of rug body. So another 3-way swivel, which has got another trace with another size 2 hook on there. Pretty sure they are 2s. Don't judge me if they're not, but it is what it is. And then that there will just clip to my main line. And then we've got a 2-hook flapper. I'm going to try and get it as far as I can out into the tide line. And then hopefully it slowly moves along the beach. I haven't brought any worm with me today, unfortunately. Like I said, it was a last minute session. And all the tackle shops weren't awake. Weren't open, whatever you want to call it. Just going to cut that. I'm going to keep that squid head there. I'll put it back in the box in a minute. And then obviously we've got the mantle. Obviously this stuff is washed, guys, that's why it's really white. But all I'm going to do is cut myself a few little strips like that. You never know. I have seen places take these before. And then once, twice, 3 times, just up over the eye to hold it on. And there you go. And that there is just going to be drifting through the tide along the bottom. And hopefully either a flatfish or maybe a gurnard or something smaller. Probably end up picking up a ray on it. But yeah, we're going to try. Because, you know, a place are nice to eat. And if we can pull one out, the water's really clear. It's really sunny. So you never know. They are getting bream up here as well. And I know bream take squid. So we've got a chance of a few species really. And I'm just going to chop and change this between the pulley panel and this setup on one rod. Get this one baited up when the other one's in. And yeah, make my fishing a bit more effective as well. So, right, just going to put that on there. I'm going to put an extra little bit of bait on this one because that one's a bit short. So as long as there's a bit just up over the eye. I like to pull it just over the eye, over the knot. And that sort of helps to keep the bait on. A little bit more there. Dude. Like I said, guys, we're not professional. We're out here just enjoying ourselves. And if we could trap a fish, we trap a fish. If we don't, we don't. Bosh, and there you go. We're going to get that out. We're going to do a quick bait check in a minute as well, just to see what the crab activity is like. Fingers crossed there's not too many, but obviously it's spider season. We're nearly coming out of it now, but you do get some monsters up here. We've had a couple. I was up here fishing with Andy a few weeks ago, and he had an absolute monster. If we get one that big, we might even whack it in the pot for dinner. Right, in a bit. Yes, the people. Right then, guys. Obviously, no bites just yet. It's still second cast, so still hopeful. Obviously, we've got plenty of hours fishing. As you can see, not a cloud in the sky. It's going to be a burner today. So, obviously, hat. Do you know what I mean? I've got a little bit of a skinhead. Bosh. Sun cream. Obviously, you know, everyone's a bit, oh, I don't need sun cream, but it is what it is. We're going to be here for a few hours. I don't like wearing it, but, you know, I don't want to get all burnt today. I do want to go out fishing Sunday, so I don't want to get ill or anything, you know, sunstroke or whatever it is. So there you go. And obviously lots of water. We've got loads of water with us, so stay hydrated. Especially, I know when you're fishing, it's exciting, you can forget. But a little bit of sun cream. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Is it going to come out? Have we even got it in here? Yeah, there we go, boys and girls. Bit of sun cream on the old hands before they get fishy. Make sure you get your ears. Oh. And yeah, every few hours. I'm not saying you have to cake yourself in it, do you know what I mean? But every few hours, just apply it like foundation, boys. Nice and thick, boys and girls. Do you know what I mean? Because the last thing you want is to get seriously burnt and then ruin your weekend. Bosh, there we go, look. Hat on, all creamed up. Water. Beautiful. Right, now we're all safe. Safety precautions have been taken. We're going to get back to the fishing. Feeling really confident. Hopefully the sun doesn't kill the fishing, but there's a few species now coming off the beach, so if we don't get what we're after, I'm sure we'll get something in a bit. There he is, look, Stevie boy, plugging away. Hopefully he's going to get us a nice bass. or a mackerel. Just skipping it along the surface. Having a banger of a day, innit? Ollie Bobs, baby! Go on, send it then, Steve-o! Hey! Messed that one up, didn't you, boy? Go on then, take two. Pressure of the camera got to him, he sent that one out, look, he's topping it away. Wash, wash. Perfect day for it. Right, in a bit. Right then, obviously, Steve's down there plugging away. I've just reeled the Turk flapper in. As I was saying, we've got some razors. For those of you that don't know what they are, that's what they look like. They come in a shell. Obviously, you just open the shell, run the scissors down the other side. Put it just in behind there. There we go. And then that one will slip out like that. There you go. Empty shell. Can go on the beach. You'll probably see them on the beach when you're walking along. They live on like razor beds out in the sea. And there you go. That's that. So I'm going to chop this one in half. I've never used them here. They work really well down the Warren after a blow. Well, after a big wind, storm, whatever. There you go, 2 little baits. So I'm going to bang that on now on the Turk flapper alongside the squid. The squid is on there. The crabs aren't taking all the baits today, guys, which is ideal. So it gives the chance for the fish to find them. So I'm going to wrap these on, bang it out, and hopefully we'll get into something. Right then, let's get to it. Bosh in a bit. Bosh, right guys. Obviously, we fished it all the way down now. We are at low water. We've been here a few hours. Not a nibble, but one thing is, you know, the baits aren't getting wasted. We're putting them out. There's no crabs out there, so hopefully if a fish comes along, he'll have a chance to get on the bait. Other than that, we're going to carry on fishing. We've been here a few hours now, obviously. Incoming tide is my favourite. Always has been, always will be. I feel like you have more of an advantage because it's sort of, as obviously tide's coming in, so the fish come in with the tide. Well, theoretically. So hopefully we'll get a few bites. If not, it's what it is. It's lovely and sunny. We are going to light up a barbecue in a bit, maybe 3 or 4 hours. If we don't catch any fish, we have bought some emergency sausages from Sainsbury's. Oh, Morrison's, wasn't it?
Morrison's, yeah.
Gert Morrison sausages, up the Morrison's. Obviously where we got the bait as well. Not ideal. I mean, the bait, hopefully the bait works. I have caught on it before. Oh, nah, a bit of wind. Wind has started to pick up now. It's gone southwesterly. It was northerly this morning. As it goes into the afternoon, it is meant to go up to gusts of 20. So shouldn't be too bad, but it is going to get a bit blowy. So the camera might pick it up, it might not. I have got you tucked away in the bivvy at the minute, just because it's so sunny, and the glare on the phone ain't great. So with that said, we've just whacked out a few more baits. We're going to wait for the tide to come in for an hour or two. Then I'm going to change one over to the prawn. I am on sandio and squid wraps at the minute, same as Steve. And then let's see if we can't get Steve into his first hound, or anything, because anything's a PB for Steve, because all he's caught is mackerel and, what was it, dogfish?
Yeah, dogfish, mackerel.
Dogfish, mackerel.
And wrasse.
And wrasse, yeah. So hopefully there should be plenty of species out there, so anything he gets will be a PB. You know, it's about time we got on the fish. We have been a couple of times. He managed a few dogfish in the first video, but I just want him, I really want him to get him a fish out today. That's what it's about, do you know what I mean? Steve's a good guy, I like him. He's going to become one of my fishing buddies on the channel, is what it is. Obviously we've got Mr. Donald, the crab man, do you know what I mean? We've got Crazy Steve, and hopefully it builds, do you know what I mean? That's what it's about, getting out, getting people involved in angling. Teaching them some skills. He's doing really well with his cast. His casting's coming on. He's making his own rigs. He's just doing one now. He just caught into a rock, bent his hook out, so he's just putting some new hooks on there. And that's what it's about, learning, getting out and getting better, guys. we've sat here, we've accidentally got into a conversation that went really, really deep. But, you know, as I said, sometimes that happens. Like, you're in the right location for it. No one can hear you. No one's around judging. Do you know what I mean? And we've just gone, like, talking about when we were kids and things like that. And sometimes it's nice to talk about things like that. Situations that you can't really talk about on day-to-day life because, you know, we're all out there working and that, grinding, trying to get it done, trying to make everyone else happy. But, you know, we're out here making ourselves happy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm waffling on now. I'm just going to get some stuff together, get the food prepped, and then crack into a nice barbecue. I'm going to put the feathers out as well and try and get some few mackerel because that would be ideal. I mean, nothing better than a fresh mackerel on the barbie when you're on the beach. Yeah. We're going to sit here, enjoy the sun, have a cup of coffee. I know it's a bit weird, I'm drinking hot drinks on a hot day, but I am strange. It is what it is, I prefer it. So there we go. I keep thinking I'm getting bites, Steve, I'm getting excited. Right, in a bit. What a difference an hour makes. As you can see behind us, the wind has swung around. Big ups to the weatherman. If you are watching, you know what I mean, you nailed it today, well done. That means it probably is going to rain later on this evening. So we are going to get away before it starts raining, hopefully. But it's ideal. Do you know what I mean? We weren't catching any fish, so hopefully this bit of weather change will turn the fish on a bit. It has got a bit loppy out there. Obviously, it is affecting the tips a little bit, but that is what it is. Last lot of baits are reeled in as well. The baits were stripped, so obviously the crabs are out there now. So we've switched our attention to the hounds. So we've all put prawn baits on. Well, me and Crazy Steve. Obviously, the hounds will come in, smashing the crabs. So that's the plan of attack. We've both put prawn baits out, see if we can't get us a hound. Obviously, we could like waste the sand eels and just keep hitting the sand eels out, but like 5 to 10 minutes, they're just being stripped. So hopefully, we'll get the prawns out there, and as the hounds are coming in, hoovering up the crabs, we'll get our baits hoovered up as well. So that's the plan of attack. Obviously, you can see how windy it is now. It's just madness. We've only been here, I don't know, 5 hours. First 3 hours, dead flat. I mean, looked like a mill pond. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, no fish though. And now it's blowing up to about 20 mile an hour, and obviously we've got a bit of a sea on. So fingers crossed we get a fish. And if we do, I'll bring it back. And if we don't, I'll still bring it back. We're going to have a little cook up on the beach. If we don't have a fish, it'll be sausages, as per ordered by the doctor. So we're having hot dogs for tea. And if the fishing turns on, we're probably going to stay here into the night as well. We've decided it. We've whacked the old beach buddy up, so we can sit out there out of the rain. But as we're fishing, I've told the wife I'll be back when I'm back. Yeah, I don't like to put time limits on it. I mean, if it stays dead, we'll probably go home early, but if not, we'll stay on. Hopefully get a few fish for the camera, maybe even a weighable one for the club, because I haven't weighed one in a while. Right, in a bit. There he is, Crazy Steve. He has become the sausage, the sausage chef. He loves the Gert sausage, don't you, boyo?
Right, he does.
Well, unfortunately, guys, the fish aren't feeding, but we will be soon. Look at them bangers.
Very lovely.
Right then, in a bit. Cheers, boy. Hey, hot dogs on the beach, Bills. Right, guys, unfortunately, the fish aren't playing ball. We're still trying. We've got baits out in the water. That's all we can do. They haven't turned up. We've kept fishing on. We're going to stay for about another hour, hour and a half. Hopefully we can pull one out. But until then, cheers then. Up the sausages, boy! In a bit. Well, guys, unfortunately, obviously the swell has picked up a bit. We've lost a couple of rigs now due to the sand going over the line. Unfortunately, you know, is what it is. Can't help the weather. We tried putting the rods up higher and everything, but where it's so shallow and you've got the big drop off, the waves are coming down, the seaweed's going on the line, dragging it to the bottom, and then the sand's just covering it. So we're gonna mess around a bit with the lures, see if we can't pull a little bass out of the surf. But you know, it is what it is. Hopefully we'll get a bass for the camera. If not, this will be the end. So thank you very much for watching. Can't win them all. And yeah, if I don't see you before, I'll see you after. And if not, I'll see you on a bank in a bit.